Heyo, friendos! How you doing? My name is Christian. I'm back at you with another Stories of My Life installment to this little series I'm running right now. And if this is your first time watching a video like this, basically I just take gameplay where I do pretty good, not amazing, and throw a life story over it. Not my entire life story, because that would just take far too long, and I don't want to bore you guys to death. But I just take a story that I find hilarious, I think funny, from my crazy life. Most of them will probably be from my college career, because honestly I've done more crazy things in college than I have, my entire life combined. And I am very proud to be able to say that. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this story. And it comes from college. Surprise, surprise. And it comes from actually last quarter. So, the fall quarter. So, it was this year, my sophomore year. And I was taking a class called pre-production. And if you don't know already, I'm majoring in film and television. And that is one of the classes we're required to take. And basically what that class entitles is everything involved in making a movie before you start shooting. So for example, finding locations, finding actors, getting the food sorted out, all the stuff that goes into making a movie before you actually start shooting it. That is called pre-production. When you're shooting it, it's called production. And then after, when you edit it, add sound, all that stuff, that is called post-production. So it's pre-production and post. So there's your little film lesson for me for the day. So in this class, we had to basically produce a student film. We chose scripts from dramatic writing majors, and all the scripts sucked, by the way. They were all kind of not very good, but ours, was okay. So we would produce it. We would find the actors. We would get the script. We would, find the locations. And then there was a class called Lighting and Field, which is just basically learning about lighting, how to light a scene that we're going to shoot the film and edit it. So our class, we were paired into groups to produce the movie, and then we were paired up with another group from another class that was going to shoot it. And we were just on set to kind of make sure everything went smoothly. And all the projects turned out god-awful, by the way. They were all terrible. Even ours, I'll admit it, ours was so bad. But ours, I think, was the best of the worst. So there's a little bit of justification in that, at least for me. But you know what? Couldn't care less, because I had a blast making this and just hanging out with friends. And I made some new friends during the process. So basically, we ran into every problem imaginable during this. We had trouble getting actors. Oh, lols! Sorry, I'm just going to pause my story. That was hilarious, by the way. I don't know if you just saw that. I kind of freaked out and kind of spammed my Claymore button. And that guy walked up, and he was obviously very out of it, and I was able to get that funky kill. Anyway, back to my story. So, we had all manner of problems during our process. We lost locations, we lost actors, and actually at one point half of our footage got deleted. And so that was kind of frustrating. So it was our day of reshoots. It was the last day. We were trying to get everything reshot, and and another side note too. Our main actor actually, he shaved on the last day. So we're like, oh, you shaved. That's great. Who needs continuity? And if you don't know what continuity is, basically it's like having something if you have two different shots of something, but it's supposed to be the same action, those two shots should match up. So, for example, if I have my hand in front of my face in one shot, and the next shot is supposed to be a continuation of that same sentence or same scene, and I have my hand away from my face, that's breaking continuity. It doesn't make sense. You're like, oh wait, he had his hand in front of his face first. So that's what continuity basically is. I'm sorry if that was a bad explanation. You can Google it if you don't like my explanation, or if you even care. So we're like, oh great, you shave. So in some of the scenes he has a small beard, some of the scenes he doesn't, but we really didn't care. But basically, we went to one of the group members' house from the other class. We went to his house to finish up our shots. And our very last scene was a scene where the mother of the main character suffocates his mother. Yeah, I know, it's such a cheery and happy story, right? The main character basically suffocates his mother during her sleep. And the actress who played the mother, obviously because we lost half the footage, we couldn't get her back. She was like, we're yeah, I go to college in Savannah, Georgia, and the lady lived in Atlanta. So we didn't want to ask her to drive, you know, like 2 hours, 3 hours just to shoot one shot, even if it did take all day. But so we basically got our professor, who looked kind of like the lady, to double for us. So it was the last shot we ever did, the whole production. And throughout the day, we were shooting the scenes, and most of the people in the other group were over 21. So, including the guy whose house we were shooting at. So he had a bunch of, you know, he had beer in his fridge and stuff. So they were drinking throughout the day, not like excessively, except for the guy whose house we were at. I don't know, he just like, every time we saw him, he had another beer in his hand. But, so it was pretty funny. So like, and then we were just sitting around, we finished like an hour and a half early, and everyone's just sitting around drinking. Not me, of course, because underage, okay? You know, guys, if you're underage, just don't drink. I know people still do it. Whatever. Just be careful if you do, if you're underage. I'm not condoning drinking if you're underage. That's a whole other taboo topic in itself. All the people that were of age were sitting around drinking, waiting for our professor to show up. We were talking, we were laughing, and you know, as they kept drinking, they didn't get drunk, but they got a little tipsy. Not even tipsy. They just got a little buzzed. You know, they were slightly happier than they normally would be. So by the time our professor showed up, they were pretty happy, you know. And you know, we tell some like really stupid jokes, and they laugh kind of excessively at it. So I bet our professor kind of thought we were kind of weird for that. But luckily, my professor, she was really chill and laid back. She's a really good professor. So we got her all dressed up. We put her in the bed. Ow, ow! That sounded wrong. I'm just all over the place. So she was laying down the bed, and the main actor, we did a bunch of takes of, you know, the main character coming in and strangulating her. And it was hilarious. She sold it too. She was like flailing around, grabbing his arms, and like still we couldn't help but laughing because we're like, it's our professor. Our last shot of our movie, we're strangling our professor. So, and the fact that people were a little buzzed didn't really help the fact either. They were like snickering behind the camera. We barely could get the shots done. But you know, anyway, so it was a nice little last shot to do, and it was a good stress reliever. It's like, hey, our last shot of the day, we get to strangle our professor. And the funny part was, after we were all done, she was like, all right, guys, good luck, you know, good job, good luck with editing, go get some beer. He was like, wait, you're all over 21, right? And we're like, yeah. And she was like, all right, good. So, yeah, anyway, so that's my story about the crazy film production process. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's just some of the crazy shenanigans you can expect when making movies with college kids. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy story. You know, leave a like if you like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Laters.